In 2020, my father passed away. Someone handed me the keys to his house and said, go figure it out. I'm a Utah real estate broker. I've been doing this for over 25 years. I've sold hundreds of homes right here in this state, and I still didn't know where to start. That's how confusing the probate process can be, even for someone who does this for a living. If you're in Utah right now and someone just made you the personal representative or executor of a parent's estate, this video is specifically for you. I'm going to cut through the confusion, tell you exactly what Utah law says, and show you the 3 ways I can personally help you resolve the property fast, fairly, and without the stress and headache. A quick disclaimer before we go any further. I'm not a Utah attorney. I'm a Utah real estate broker with 25 plus years of experience and someone who navigated this process personally as an executor in 2020. Everything here is for educational purposes. Please consult a probate attorney for your specific situation. And I'm going to tell you in just a minute how you can access one at no upfront cost to you. Here's what you need to know about Utah probate without the legal textbook version. Probate is required when a property is titled solely in the descendant's name. No joint tenant, no living trust, no transfer on death deed, just their name on the deed. You need to go through probate. The good news, Utah follows the Uniform Probate Code. That means we have one of the more streamlined systems in the country. Most Utah estates go through informal probate, handled through a probate registrar, no court hearing required. Filing fee is $375, straightforward, faster, and far less painful than most people expect. Once your paperwork is approved, you'll receive letters of administration, or if there's a will, letters testamentary. That document is your legal authority to act, to manage the estate, to protect the property, and this is the part that people get wrong, to sell the home. Which brings me to the thing I need to say clearly. You're going to hear possibly from well-meaning people, possibly even from attorneys, that you cannot sell the home until the entire estate is fully settled. That's not accurate in Utah's informal probate, and believing it can be a very expensive mistake. Here's the reality. Once you have your letters of administration, you have the legal authority to sell the property. How do you do that? Well, the personal representative needs to file a petition with the court for the authority to sell the property. It usually needs an appraisal to be sure it's sold at fair market value. Notice needs to be given to all the heirs, allowing them 15 days to object. The proceeds are held in estate escrow account while the remaining matters, creditors, claims, taxes, distributions are all resolved. And sometimes the home has to be sold to pay the estate's debts. The courts can require it. The estate is paying the mortgage, the insurance, the utilities, the maintenance on that home every single month it sits. And this is money coming directly out of what your family receives. Move with intention. Don't let anyone convince you to wait when you don't have to. This is why I made this video, because when I was in your position in 2020, I had no one to call who could do all of this. I didn't know where to begin, but I've done it, and I can help. So option 1, a probate attorney at no upfront cost. I work closely with a Utah probate attorney here locally who will begin working on your behalf immediately with no upfront fee. Their compensation comes from the estate proceeds after everything is settled. You should not have to choose between grieving and avoiding legal help. You don't have to. Option 2, I'll buy the home directly for cash. If the property needs significant work, if you're managing this from out of state, if there are siblings who just want this resolved as soon as possible, and you don't want to deal with the headache or hassle of fixing things up or cleaning things out, I can make you a fair cash offer directly. No commissions, no showings, no uncertainty, a clean, fast transaction so you can settle the estate and move forward. Option 3, a full probate sale representation. If you want to maximize what the estate receives, list on the MLS, go to the market, get top dollar. I will represent you through the entire probate sale process from start to finish. I've done this many times. I know what the pitfalls look like before we get to them. And I'll make sure you are protected as personal representative every step of the way. You do not have to figure this out alone. When I work with personal representatives, one of the first things I do is what I call a home selling readiness score on the property. I look at 5 things. The first is the location. Where is the property located and what kind of demand does it have? Second is condition. What does the home need and what can we do to maximize the sale price? How does that affect your options? Third, timing. Where are we at in the Utah market cycle? And how does that favor listing now, waiting, or selling direct? Fourth, equity. What does the estate actually stand to receive after payoff, fees, and costs? And finally, fifth, competition. What else is on the market right now that will directly affect how this property performs? This score tells us within the first conversation which of those three options, cash offer, traditional selling, or probate attorney referral, makes the most sense for your specific situation. And I'll run that for you at no charge. That's what the call is for. If you're in Utah and you're managing a parent's estate right now and not sure what to do, feel free to reach out with any questions. There's a link down below where you can book a call with me. It's free, absolutely no obligation whatsoever. I can sit down with you. We can just do it over the computer. We can do it in person at the house. I'll run the home selling readiness score, connect you with my probate attorney if you need legal support, and give you a real roadmap, not a runaround. I've been where you are. I know how heavy it is, and I built these resources specifically so the next family doesn't have to figure it out alone. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button if you're getting anything out of this video, and let me know in the comments. Are you currently navigating an estate in Utah? What's been the hardest part for you? I read every comment and I will respond personally. If you're going through this right now, my condolences, but hang in there. It does get easier. And if you're wondering what the status is of the Utah real estate market right now, watch this next video I have right here. And until next time, please stay safe, my friends.